Maybe this will.
In the grim underbelly of a crime-ridden city, where darkness coils around every corner and secrets fester like poison, cloaked in an enigmatic aura, his face concealed behind a faceless mask, there exists a vigilante known as the Question. Like an ethereal whisper in the night, he navigates the murky labyrinth of deceit and corruption. The Question's presence is a riddle to all who dare to cross his path. With an unwavering determination and a relentless pursuit of justice, the Question emerges as the Shadow's Shadow, a detective of unparalleled prowess. His piercing gaze gets through a fog of lies, unraveling mysteries with the precision of a surgeon's scalpel, leaving behind a trail of perplexed criminals. In this video, we will do a deep dive on the physiological intricacies of this iconic DC superhero and really find out all the real deal behind that faceless mask. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Riddle me this. What just hit you?
How does he get his mask? Vic Sage, an investigative journalist, found himself entangled in a web of danger and intrigue when he stumbled upon the illegal activities of Dr. R.B. Twain. This encounter led to a pivotal moment in Sage's life when his path intersected with Professor Aristotle, taught Rodor, a scientist who held the key to a mysterious invention called pseudoderm. Developed by Rodor and Twain, pseudoderm was initially intended as a revolutionary skin-like bandage whose design was crafted from Bart Megan, a Gotham criminal, and an intricate research into the chemical called gingold, which fueled the powers of elongated man. This thing was supposed to act like a bandage identical to the human skin with the aid of a bonding gas. However, its unforeseen toxicity on open wounds rendered the project a failure, resulting in Twain and Rodor to abandon this futile project and go their separate ways. Years later, when Twain gave in to the peril of his financial crisis, he sought to profit by selling the dangerous bandages to third world nations. Rodor became aware of the dire consequences that could unfold and determined to stop Twain with the help of Victor Sage. When Sage needed a disguise to protect his identity while infiltrating Twain's operation, it was Professor Rodor who proposed a solution, presenting the pseudoderm as a mask. The material, harmless unless applied to open wounds, became Sage's shield of anonymity. With the pseudoderm mask enveloping his visage, Sage waited outside Twain's window, gathering vital intelligence on the criminal's nefarious activities. Fueled by a mix of determination and rage, Sage burst into the room, his fists becoming instruments of swift justice. Overpowering Twain and his cohorts, he secured their confinement using their own twisted creation, the pseudoderm. Undeterred, Sage seized the opportunity to gather incriminating evidence, photographing it as a testament to Twain's illicit deeds. With the truth in his possession, he called for the authorities and ensured that justice would prevail as he reported Twain on live television by exposing his nefarious activities. The pseudoderm mask, once a tool of deception, allowed Sage to operate in the shadows, fulfilling his mission as the enigmatic vigilante known as the Question. Having tasted triumph in his initial foray, Vic Sage recognized the value of his newfound identity for future investigations. Together with Professor Rodor, they forged a partnership that would shape Sage's journey as a vigilant crusader. Rodor, the provider of the transformative pseudoderm, went on to enhance its capabilities, enabling it to not only conceal Sage's face, but also alter the shade of his hair and attire. With Hub City as his initial canvas, Sage eventually sought fresh horizons and ventured into the bustling streets of Chicago, Illinois. There he joined the staff of WWB-TV, dedicating himself to unearthing truth and exposing corruption through the lens of investigative journalism. Simultaneously, Sage continued his crime-fighting endeavors as the Question, ever vigilant in his pursuit of justice. In Chicago, Sage found a like-minded ally in the form of the Blue Beetle. forging a powerful alliance in the face of adversity. Undeterred by geographical confines, the Question's quest for the truth led him to explore various cities, his investigations taking him far and wide. Along the way, his indomitable spirit intertwined with the legendary figure of Batman, forming an unlikely alliance that tested the limits of their collective strength. In a pivotal moment, the Question found himself thrust into the intricate tapestry of crisis, standing shoulder to shoulder with heroes of unimaginable power, briefly adding his unique perspective to the battle for the fate of the universe.
Private conference room. Original members only, yes. A place where you're free to discuss your secrets and...
Why does he need a mask? As established before, pseudoderm is an experimental substance which acts as a bandage when applied, giving it a natural skin-like effect. The pseudoderm mask given to Vic Sage by Professor Rodor served to conceal his true identity, allowing him to operate without the risk of being recognized or targeted by his enemies. This anonymity was crucial for his investigative work and protected his personal life. Apart from that, the pseudoderm mask provided an additional layer of defense, shielding him from injuries during physical confrontations that could potentially reveal his identity, thus enhancing his resilience in dangerous situations. Beyond its defensive function, the mask also possessed a deeper psychological impact. The sight of a faceless figure can be unsettling and intimidating, instilling fear in his adversaries and granting the Question a psychological advantage in confrontations. If that were not enough, the pseudoderm material is also malleable, allowing the Question to mold it into different facial appearances and granting him the ability to assume disguises and operate covertly, infiltrating criminal organizations or blending into various environments with ease. These elements contributed to his effectiveness as a crime fighter and investigator, ensuring that the Question could operate in the shadows and uncover the truth while preserving his own identity.
Don't think I won't find it.
Maybe you're not looking in the right direction.
Does he have any love interests? Can he reproduce? The Question's motive behind taking Hub City's law and order into his own hands root from his own personal quest and search for a deeper philosophical meaning which gives him both purpose and peace. Through his years, Victor Sage has barely made any friends other than Aristotle Rodor, but he did have one notable love interest, Myra Connolly. A communications major turned on-air reporter, Myra's diligence, intelligence, and beauty helped KBEL television news rise in the ratings alongside her colleague, Vic Sage. Their professional rivalry was tinged with a deeper connection, and it seemed that sparks flew between them. However, Myra's life took an unexpected turn when she entered into a forced marriage with the alcoholic puppet mayor of the Hub City, Wesley Furman. This marriage was a facade, as Myra's daughter, Jackie, was being held hostage by Furman's handlers. Tragically, Myra's husband met his demise, leaving her burdened with the weight of a terrible secret, the murder of the Reverend Hatch, Furman's sinister mentor, an incident known only to the Question. Despite this heavy guilt, Myra assumed the role of Hub City's mayor, determined to cleanse the city of crime and corruption. In the intricate web of the Question's life, Myra Connolly holds a significant place, capturing his heart and providing an intriguing backdrop to their intertwined paths. She has also been portrayed as Vic's one true love, which was even confirmed by Rodor much later in the plot. As for the Question's ability to reproduce, underneath the pseudoderm mask, Sage is still a human being who is biologically capable of procreating like any other man. However, there is no specific mention or exploration of the Question's parenthood or fatherhood in his storylines. His focus primarily lies in his relentless pursuit of justice and his philosophical quest for meaning.
Train.
I see it.
Train!
I see it.
Does he have any superpowers? As portrayed in most versions, apart from his unique pseudoderm mask, the Question does not possess any inherent superhero powers. Although he is a highly skilled detective, martial artist, and strategist known for his exceptional deductive reasoning, investigative prowess, and physical training, the Question relies on his intellect, intuition, and honed abilities to solve crimes and combat injustice on the streets of Hub City. His training under notable mentors like Richard Dragon and Lady Shiva has enhanced his combat skills, making him a swift hand-to-hand combatant. Additionally, the question is known for his idealistic depth and ability to think outside the box, often employing unconventional methods and approaches to unravel mysteries and outwit his adversaries. His relentless pursuit of truth and justice, coupled with unwavering determination, serve as his primary powers in the realm of crime fighting.
Batman! Aquaman!
What powers does the Question have? As already discussed before, physically, the Question is a trained human with combat skills, alongside excelling in martial arts, and his human skin-like pseudoderm mask allows him to perform facial functions, despite its featureless appearance. In addition to his mask, he carries various everyday items such as matches and custom playing cards as part of his arsenal. However, the Question may have unrecognized abilities stemming from his highly unusual mindset. He has a keen ability to see patterns and connections, enabling him to predict behavior and uncover hidden fraudulence more easily than the average person. While it has not been explicitly stated or proven, this heightened perceptiveness could be considered a form of superpower, albeit not the most impressive one. It should be noted that his accuracy rate is not perfect and enables him to see conspiracies even where they do not exist, demonstrating a somewhat unstable nature. In terms of investigative prowess, there is a suggestion that the Question may rival or even surpass Batman, who has speculated that the Question might know his true identity, indicating a superior investigative capability. The Question has demonstrated successes such as cracking encryption, uncovering hidden universes, and identifying criminal activities before others. However, his propensity for conspiracy theories and a higher failure rate can be stumbling points. Further, it is important to clarify that the Question does not possess any metahuman abilities. While he's considered the second best detective in the world, his abilities are grounded in his intellect, training, and his unique perspective. His mask is merely a mask and not a separate face, although he does have a real face beneath it. There is a mention of a possible mystical ability to sense the chi of populated areas like cities, granting him knowledge of disturbances and aiding in tracking people. In the Justice League Unlimited cartoon series, the Question is portrayed as a conspiracy theorist without superpowers. While not exceptional in combat, he excels in uncovering connections and investigating even the most unlikely leads related to his cases.
Answer the question. Question! Lower the shield!
Does he have supernatural techniques? In his journey of self-discovery, which included studying Zen Buddhism and urban shamanism, the Question had acquired a repertoire of mystical and supernatural techniques that aided him in his mission. These abilities provided him with unique sensory perceptions and supernatural capabilities. One of his notable abilities was the heightened sensitivity to his surroundings, allowing him to feel subtle sensations in the air, making it challenging for anyone to sneak up on him unnoticed. The heightened awareness served as a valuable asset in his investigative work. He had also mastered a mental technique that enabled him to facilitate the healing of wounds and broken bones. Through focused concentration, the Question could channel his inner energy to accelerate the healing process, providing a practical advantage in dangerous situations. Furthermore, the Question could even see through walls, allowing him to perceive hidden or obscured objects or individuals. This power of perception granted him an advantage when investigating secretive locations or tracking down elusive targets. Another remarkable capability he has developed is the skill to navigate and locate individuals by attuning himself to the energy of the city he was in. Moreover, when the Question tapped into his inner focus, aided by the use of a specialized gas, he could manifest a floating astral form. This ethereal projection possessed the ability to inflict harm and even eliminate his enemies or anyone who stood in his way.
Why are you doing this, Question?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
How intelligent is the Question? The intelligence of Vic Sage extends beyond his academic qualifications in journalism and proficiency in using computers. He surrounds himself with intelligent individuals and possesses a level of intellect that surpasses any average person. His intelligence stems from his skillful and persistent collection of data and his ability to apply that knowledge effectively in day-to-day life. The Question operates based on a set of clear-cut philosophies that adheres to principles such as considering the simplest answer as the most likely one, identifying those who benefit the most when seeking the culprit, and embracing the idea that once the impossible is eliminated, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. For the question, truth is of paramount significance. It is his mission to uncover the truth in any situation, leading him through intricate webs of information that he may later reference in entirely different contexts. His brilliance lies in his vast knowledge. Although the specifics of what he knows remain largely unknown to us, Vic's thought processes and his genius-level intellect are highly unpredictable. He also has a knack for transforming ordinary objects into weapons and often relies on his sharp mind to triumph in battles. Additionally, the question's interrogation techniques are renowned and feared by his adversaries, partly due to the rumors surrounding his supposed insanity and ruthless tactics. He is also skilled in disguise, assuming various aliases and adopting different faces to carry out his missions and gather information. As mentioned before, his investigative skills are highly regarded, and some considering him the second greatest detective after Batman. Years of experience as an investigative journalist and his life as the question have honed his inquisitive mind. Additionally, his background in journalism drives his relentless pursuit of truth as he seeks out conspiracy theories, local crime rings, and mysterious news stories. Is the question immortal? After returning to Gotham City, the question, aka Victor Sage, discovered that he was battling lung cancer owing to his habit of chain smoking. Recognizing the severity of his condition, Renee Montoya promptly had him admitted to the hospital. However, it became clear that conventional medical treatment alone would not be sufficient to save him. Determined to find a solution, Montoya transported Sage to the mystical city of Nanda Parbat in the Himalayas, hoping that its supernatural properties could offer a cure. Unfortunately, her efforts proved to be in vain, as the cancer had progressed too far. Despite enduring immense discomfort and hardship throughout his ordeal, Victor Sage succumbed to the illness and passed away. The passing of the question marked the end of an era, leaving a void in Hub City. However, his legacy endured through the actions of Renee Montoya, who took up his mantle and carried on his mission. Montoya, as the new question, donned Sage's old mask as a symbol of respect and a way to honor his memory. In a twist of events, Victor Sage was resurrected as a Black Lantern by the villain Necron during a dark period when countless corpses were reanimated. As a Black Lantern, Sage's undead form targeted Renee Montoya, Tot, and Lady Shiva. However, through their resourcefulness and emotional control, they managed to elude Sage by surpassing their feelings and rendering themselves invisible to his perception. Following Necron's defeat, Sage was returned to his resting place, finally finding peace. The death of the OG question serves as a poignant reminder of his mortality. Despite the mystique surrounding his persona and the powers of his mask, he was ultimately a human being, susceptible to the frailties and limitations of the human condition. His battle with terminal lung cancer highlights the fact that beneath the facade of his enigmatic persona, he was still vulnerable. The end of his journey serves as a testament to his humanity and the sacrifices he made in his relentless pursuit of truth. While he may lack any metahuman abilities, I think it is safe to say that in a world of capes and superpowers, the question stands out as a symbol of tenacity, curiosity, and the unyielding pursuit of uncovering what lies beneath the surface. And that's what makes him truly extraordinary. With that, we have more or less covered all the anatomical intricacies of this enigmatic, faceless vigilante, marking the end of this video. Don't forget to tell us about your thoughts on Victor Sage, aka The Question, in the comments below. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.
Why risk your life for me?
Because I like you.